Hello my dear students, in this video we are going to discuss about chapter 6 study of continent North America. Okay, already we have learned many things about North America. You know already that the continents are large land masses on the earth. Continents are large land masses on the earth. 7 are there: Asia, Africa, North America, South America, Europe, Australia and Antarctica. And here we are going to learn about the formation of continent. Already I told you that there was only one continent or one supercontinent. What is the name of that supercontinent? Pangaea. Okay, and over million of years, Pangaea broke into several pieces. Some of the pieces drifted apart and some joined together again to form the continents where we see now. Now we can see Asia, Africa, North America, South America, Europe, Australia and Antarctica. But before many years there was only one supercontinent. What was that? Pangaea. And after some years or million of years, Pangaea broke into several pieces. And some of the pieces drifted apart and some joined together. Okay. And that the present continent were once joined is evident from their shape. We can easily join these continent and we can make it one. Okay, and next we can see the heat zones. The earth, as you know, it is a round in shape. What is the shape of the earth? It is round in shape, and we imagine circles called parallels of latitude drawn around the earth in the east-western direction. And the equator you can see in the middle. Equator is there. The equator is the largest of this. It is the 0-degree parallel. And Tropic of Cancer is there, Tropic of Capricorn is there. Okay, and North Temperate Zone is there, South Temperate Zone is there. Then North Pole is there, then South Pole is there. The zone between the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn is the hottest. The zone between the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn is the hottest, and it gets vertical or direct rays to the sun. Rays of the sun almost throughout the year. The zone between the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn is the hottest, and it gets vertical or direct rays of the sun almost throughout the year. So this zone is called torrid zone. Torrid zone or tropical zone. And the zone, some areas we will call frigid zone. The north frigid zone lies between the North Pole and Antarctic Circle. The south frigid zone lies between the South Pole and the Antarctic Circle. Okay, and now we can see the location of South America. What is the location of South America? Stretching from the icy North Polar region to the warm tropical belt, North America lies completely in the northern western hemisphere. Stretching from the icy North Polar region to the warm tropical belt, Northwest lies completely in the northern and western hemisphere. Okay, most of the North America, it lies in the North Temperate Zone. Most of the North America, it lies in the North Temperate Zone between the Arctic Circle and the Tropic of Cancer. The North America, it lies North Temperate Zone between the Arctic Circle and the Tropic of Cancer, and it is bounded by the Pacific Ocean. North America, it is bounded by the Pacific Ocean on the west, the Atlantic Ocean on the east, the Arctic Ocean on the north, and the Caribbean Sea on the south. In the north, the landmass is broken up into many islands. In the north side, the landmass, it is broken up into many islands, most of which are icy and barren. What are the political division? North America has 3 large countries. North America, it has 3 large countries and several smaller ones. Canada is the largest country of North America. What is the largest country? Canada is the largest country of North America, followed by the USA, Mexico, etc. Okay, and the countries of south of Mexico are together referred to as a Central Asia. The countries south of Mexico are together referred to as Central America. And what about the lands? The western cordilleras are there. Then The Appalachian Mountains are there, Great Plains are there, Canadian Shield is there, the river, many rivers also there. And first we can see what is the importance of land and what is the import North America. It is divided into four major physical unit. What are they? Western Cordillera, Appalachian Mountain, Great Plain and the Canadian Shield. What is Western Cordillera or what is a Cordillera? It is a chain of parallel mountain ranges. What is Cordillera? It is a chain of parallel mountain ranges. That is Cordillera. Okay, and what is the importance of Appalachian Mountains? These mountains are also called Eastern Highlands. Appalachian Mountains, it is also called Eastern Highlands, and Appalachians are old fold mountains. Okay, these mountains are called Eastern Highlands, are also called, or it is all old fold mountains. And next we can see the Great Plains. Between the Western Cordilleras and the Appalachians there is a region, fertile, vast land, lowland area. It is called Great Plains or Central Plains. Between the Central Cordillera and the Appalachian Mountain there is a vast fertile lowlands. It is known as Central Plains, and these plains extended from the delta of the river Maconochie and Arctic Ocean in the north to the Gulf of Mexico in the south. And this is the position of Great Plains. And next we can see that the Canadian Shield. What is Canadian Shield? The northern part of the continent, around the Hudson Bay lies the Canadian Shield. And here we can see some of the oldest rocks of the world. The north part of the continent, around the Hudson Bay lies the Canadian Shield. Some of the oldest rocks of the world are found in this region. And the entire Canadian Shield, it was covered by thick sheets of ice during the last ice age. The entire Canadian Shield, it was covered by thick sheets of ice during the last ice age. And next we can see the important rivers of North America. Mississippi is the most important river of this continent. Mississippi, it is the most important river of the continent. Its main tributaries are the Missouri, Ohio and Arkansas. The Colorado, the Columbia and the Rio Grande arise in the Rocky Mountains. The river Columbia is a great source of hydroelectric power. The Rio Grande forms a part of the border between the USA and Mexico. And next we can see the important resources and their utilization. First one we can see the agriculture. Among the continent, North America is the largest food producer. Among this continent, North America, it is the largest producer of food. Largest food producer in the world. Okay, and what are the important minerals and industries? North America has large deposit of many important types of minerals. It's the source of copper, silver, lead, zinc, nickel, etc. And among the countries of North America, the USA and Canada are the most industrialized. Among these countries, the North America, the USA and the Canada are the most industrialized. Okay, the iron and steel industry, which is the backbone of this industrialization. Iron industry and steel industry are the backbone of this industrialization. Is highly developed in Canada and the USA. The iron and steel industry, which is the backbone of industrialization, it is highly developed in Canada and the USA. Okay, next we can see the lumbering in Canada. The region stretching from south central Alaska to the northeastern coast of Canada has short, warm summer and long, severe winter with snowfall. Okay, and this region has evergreen coniferous forest. This area, it is covered with evergreen coniferous forest, and that means evergreen forest means trees are evergreen, which means they do not shed all their leaves at any time of the year. Okay, evergreen coniferous trees are growing in this area. What is mean by evergreen? It means they do not shed all their leaves at any time of the year. And the winter is generally the season for the cutting of wood. Okay, which season? the winter is generally the season for the cutting of wood. Throughout the season, the loggers live in log cabins at lumber camps set up in the forest. A camp usually has barns, sleeping quarters for the loggers. An office also should be there, workshop for repairing tools, and the trees are felled and cut into logs of standard size. And many processes are there. Felling, bucking, skidding and howling, etc., etc. And how they are conserving this forest, how they are protecting this forest. Nearly half of the Canada's areas is forest. About 75% of these forests are the boreal zone. Among the boreal forests are the thousands of lakes and many rivers. The nearly half of the Canada are covered with forest, and 75% of these forests are in the boreal zone. Boreal forest, there are thousands of lakes and main rivers which were a valuable source of fresh water, and the forests are also home for wide range of wild animals, tribal communities, etc., etc. The logging and manufacturing forestry products are major industries in Canada. And how they are protecting it? Most of the forests are on public land. Logging is practiced in such a way that only very small part of this forest is cleared every year. Most of the forests are on public land, and it is practiced in such a way that very small part of the forest is cleared every year. All logging companies have to plant sapling. They can cut the trees, but they have to plant saplings. All logging companies have to plant sapling or seeds in the areas they harvest so that the forest can grow back. Okay, it is a condition. All logging companies, many companies are there, all logging companies have to plant sapling or seeds in the areas they harvest so that the forest can grow back. So in this video we learned many things about. First we discussed about the importance of, or what are continents. Asia, Africa, North America, South America, Europe, Australia and Antarctica is there. Then we discussed about Pangea. It was a super continent, and then after million of years Pangea broke into several portions, then several pieces. Then we discussed about the heat zones. We discussed about Tropic of Cancer, Tropic of Capricorn, Equator, South Temperate Zone, North Temperate Zone. Very important. Okay, all of you please be thorough with this portion. And next we discussed about the location of North America, and then political divisions. It is divided into, North America is divided into 4 major physical units. They are Western Cordilleras, Appalachian Mountains, and the Great Plains, and the Canadian Shield. What is meant by Cordillera? Cordillera is a chain of parallel mountain ranges. What is Cordillera? Cordillera means it's a chain of parallel mountain range. Then we discussed about the Great Appalachian Mountains. It is also called Eastern Highlands, and they are old fold mountains. And then we discussed about the Great Plains. Between the Western Cordilleras and the Appalachians, there is a region of vast fertile lowland known as Great Plains or the Central Plains. Then we discussed about the Canadian Shield. North part of continent around the Hudson Bay lies the Canadian Shield, and here we can see some oldest rock. And next we discussed about the rivers of North America. Mississippi is the most important river of the continent. And they discussed about the resources and their utilization. Agriculture. North America has vast resources which has been well utilized. And this agriculture. North America is the largest food producing country in the world. Food producing. Okay. And many minerals, industries are there, and a large deposit of many important minerals, reserves of copper, silver, lead, zinc, nickel, etc., are there. Iron and steel industry, which is the backbone of industrialization. And then we discussed about the lumbering in Canada. The region stretching from the south central Alaska to the northeastern coast of Canada has showed warm summers and long severe winters with snowfall. And we discussed about the evergreen coniferous forest. Evergreen coniferous forest. What is meant by evergreen coniferous forest? Which means they do not shed all their leaves at any time of the year. And we discussed about logging, felling, bucking, skidding, etc., etc. And then at last we discussed about how they are conserving the forest. I told you that this is the most important work of or job of the people of North America, and how they are protecting these forests, how they are protecting all logging companies, how to plant sapling or seeds in the areas they harvest so that the forest can grow back. Okay, these are the important things related with this lesson. All of you please be thorough with lesson. Very inside questions I'll ask in your exam.